Hi guys, welcome back to BlueMoonRisingTV. Today is the first fan cam reactions of the new season. We did a couple at the end of last season. If you don't remember, I'm with Stephen first of all, if you don't remember him.
I've just remembered we started a new strand with 2 games left last year. And now it makes sense to do it now. But yeah, we're going to go through a few of the fan cams from the weekend, because it's a good way to discuss all the talking points, isn't it? And get into it.
I think straight after the game, everyone's so excited and passions are running high. And now we sort of can relax, talk about it a little bit, take a breath. So yeah, let's get straight into it. All right, I think the biggest talking point of the weekend was from this fan cam, probably.
Yes.
Let's just hit it. This is Stacey speaking to Elliot.
Joe Hart, do you think you'll see him in our squad in a few months' time or not?
I would hope so, because I've not got any faith in Caballero.
Have you not?
No. Like Hart, at the end of the game when they was pressing us, you'd think Hart would be on the touchline, like rallying them, whereas Caballero was just stood around.
Do you think Hart would have saved that goal?
I'd like to think so.
Right, I think we know what Stacey thinks, but this is a big talking point right now in the City community, isn't it?
The interesting thing for me there is that she said she felt like she's got no faith in Caballero, and that is the question: is it having faith in Caballero, or is it having faith in another keeper entirely?
Right,
and
that is a good point.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's probably one thing to not have faith in Caballero, but it looks likely, and if you don't know, it looks likely that Hart is gone, but it doesn't. It looks like he's going to leave.
We were talking before the game, and when these rumours were surfacing, weren't we? And I said, if he's not first choice keeper, he's gone. Surely, there's no other reason for it, unless there's an attitude problem. Another thing which I saw brought up today was something we've mentioned in the past, was that Joe Hart did get benched by Pellegrini, remember?
Yeah.
At the start of his reign, and that did Joe the world of good. Now, that was on the back of Joe having a few howlers like he had in this summer. But this feels a bit more than that, doesn't it?
You look at keepers we've been linked to, and the Claudio Bravo is one that's rumoured to be close. I mean, it's just kind of escalated and flared up overnight almost. So we're apparently close to signing this guy.
Yeah.
And when you look at what he does, he was apparently had the best passing stats for any keeper last season in the league. And I know it seems weird to suggest the keeper should be able to do that, but when you look at Guardiola's teams, that's what he requires. And you start to wonder, Guardiola can make someone go from 6 out of 10 to like an 8 out of 10 in terms of distribution. Yeah. But Hart is poor in general. Yeah. Like we've all, over the past 2 or 3 years, been frustrated by him kicking it long and sometimes out of touch. Yeah. And that's probably a fair comment. He has been very poor at it. So he's probably say 3 or 4 out of 10 at best. Can he really get to 8 out of 10? Is it? He's not a miracle worker. Yeah. So I love Joe Hart, but it looks like Guardiola thinks there's just too much to do here. I've got to teach him how to pass. I've got to teach him how to be a sweeper keeper. And you wonder if he kind of clicks with him as a person as well.
Yeah, there's questions about his attitude, which seems a bit weird.
I don't think he's not a professional, but I do think he's proud. You know, Joe Hart. Yeah, I wonder if he's like.
Do you think he thinks that this club is sort of his, and he's got almost a birthright to play for City? It's
pure speculation, obviously, but you wouldn't be surprised because Joe Hart's a very proud man. And every good footballer has a bit of an ego. They all do. Yeah. And sometimes that will clash with other people. And you do wonder if Joe is a little bit like, well, come in here and tell me I can't do this and that ever. And there's a bit of friction, positive friction in terms of they're both just challenging each other as you'd expect many professionals to do. Yeah. But you just wonder if they're just not necessarily going to kind of mix. And neither is a bad person. They're both top-class professionals. I'm not going to doubt Joe Hart's work rate, obviously, but you just wonder, some people just aren't born to work together, are they? And that's the thing.
It seemed unimaginable a few months ago that we could be at this position now, but it seems like we're getting ever closer to Joe Hart not being Manchester City's number one, which is a weird one. And we're going to talk about this, I think, a lot more.
Yeah, it's the whole having your cake and eating it, isn't it? And like, can you have Guardiola and also have something that doesn't fit in Guardiola's system?
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we got Guardiola exactly because of things like this. Yeah. He knows what he wants. He knows how to achieve it. I mean, it's kind of like there's no room for sentimentality, but at the same time, we obviously feel so much
it's Joe
love
Hart,
for
isn't
Joe
it?
Hart.
Yeah, like 10 years of being saving us and excellent, and he's a great guy. But it's weird. It's almost like personally, I've accepted this fate a long time ago because I felt like I saw it coming, and it's hard to. I've even watched for years now the academy players playing this certain way and thought they're preparing for something here. Yeah. And like you've seen it like with Angascrun and all the under 18s and whatever, they all play that same like passive possession thing. Yeah. Joe can't do that, and that's what what worries me. And
Yeah.
I wonder if it's not like Caballero's better. It's more like Caballero's more willing to adapt to Pep's style, or he's more willing to be number 2 maybe.
Yeah.
So he's thinking, well, I'll keep him
Yeah.
because he's not going to.
He's going to be there for the long term.
Yeah, he's not going to kick up a fuss potentially.
Yeah, okay. And while we're on the, obviously Joe Hart is the number 1 subject, but it's probably worth bringing up Yaya Touré very briefly as well.
Yeah.
Not even in the squad.
Yeah, and not in the squad as well for the Bucharest game. So
That's
Yaya
gotta be game
Touré.
over for Yaya Touré, hasn't it?
Yeah, that looks like a quite clear message. Surely he's been left out of 2 games now to say to him, look, you know, you're not part of my plans really.
Yeah.
He obviously isn't. Like,
it's weird though because in pre-season he did look to be there.
Yeah.
So I guess he wanted to have a good look at him and.
You never know. Strange things have happened. He might pop back up again. But 2
Yaya
games now.
Touré is the man who, if anyone was going to come back from this,
Yeah.
you think Yaya Touré
Yeah.
is.
But
He's
then-
going to be playing for City at 40.
Oh yeah, on a wheelchair.
Because we just can't seem to get rid of him.
Yeah, but then you think about last year when he was almost undroppable at times, and over the course of his City career, to be left out of 2 squads when he's not injured, that's a statement, isn't it? Joe Hart and Yaya Touré, 2 massive names there. Nasri
Yeah.
as well is another one who's been linked to City's kind of most recent history, and those 3 players haven't even got close to it looking.
Yeah.
Is it like is it his personal Ronaldinho and Deco moment when he took over Barcelona? Is he moving these big names on because he wants to change? He wants to freshen up the squad, and sometimes you have to strip what was there to kind of start anew, don't you?
This is a very, very hot topic, and I'm sure that you watching this have got your opinion on this. But let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Do you think that City have a debt of gratitude to Joe Hart, or do you think that we've just got to kind of accept
difficult.
that he's not part of the Guardiola master plan? And again, we saw how he plays with the fullbacks going into midfield.
Centre-back
So he's only
splitting,
got
yeah.
So a keeper only has 2 options up close. So you've got to be accurate and you've got to be able to pass that ball.
It's difficult.
Well. It's a big one, and this is going to rumble on, I think. But anyway, we'll leave that there for now, and I think we'll come back to it. The next one is another familiar face. Stephen in full emotional mode straight after the game.
I even been drinking, genuinely.
Yeah, exactly. No voice as well, so you might have to turn it up for this one. Let's play it.
But those nuances, those intricacies in attack, that will take time to come, won't it?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't build a style this kind of intricate with this much nuance to it and expect it to happen overnight. So all the people, all the fans from other teams who were laughing at us when he went 1-0, right back at you.
It was like Groundhog Day in a way for Pellegrini's side. Lots of possession, no end product.
So 2 different opinions
Yeah.
there. This is exactly what fan cams are all about, really, though, isn't it?
Yeah. I was drunk on Pep love, I think, clearly. But yeah, it's I subscribe to the idea that Rome wasn't built overnight, and that it does take time. Like Guardiola teams actually historically start quite slowly. He lost in Numancia on his Barcelona debut as a manager there, and lost his first competitive game against Dortmund, didn't he, in the Super Cup? Yeah. So this is actually a positive start for him by his standards.
Yeah, it's a win. It's like you said over the course of that video. When you're changing everything from top to bottom.
Yeah, it's ripping up everything, isn't it?
You cannot expect it to work perfectly first time. There are a lot of accusations of boring football, just possession for possession's sake. There was one point when we had 83% possession, which is just mad. But Sunderland, you can say it was close, but we did dominate possession. We dominated passes
and more shots as well. Everything.
We were camped in their half as well. It wasn't passing it around the back line.
The thing we missed then was just that real kind of attacking synergy. If that comes, if all of a sudden the players are 10% quicker or know their roles better, there's more chances and there's more goals.
Aguero is also a slow starter as well.
Yeah, he looked a little bit laboured at times. I thought Aguero, he did score, but he still wasn't at his most vibrant. I thought Kevin De Bruyne was a little bit quiet, if being honest. Silva wasn't too bad. The problem you've got with De Bruyne and Silva is they occupy the same space, don't they, a lot of the time. So it's interesting there. Leo wasn't bad for his debut. Sterling was excellent. I thought he was great. He really bought into the Pep's kind of plan there. Yeah. But I don't know, it takes a while to learn something this complicated. It really does, because we're expecting to have this magical, wonderful style of play, but have it immediately. It isn't possible to do that. No. I know the gentleman said after me on the reactions there that it felt a little bit like Pellegrini in terms of... Well, that's going to happen. We can't literally just get rid of Pellegrini overnight. His influence on the squad, his kind of lasting legacy will be there for a while until it takes a while to develop and evolve a system, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm not expecting perfection straight away, but what I do expect, and that's what he said himself, is the players to really work and show soul. He said that's his word he used, and they did, in my opinion. They worked. They all covered each other. We saw Silva and De Bruyne stopping counter attacks, and we never saw that last season at all. Yeah. And we saw Fernandinho dropping into defence. Everyone worked, and that's the minimum you can get at this stage of the season. After we've only had some of those players have played like 2 games, you know, because they'd hardly had a pre-season.
Yeah, and the next player that we're going to talk about now didn't even have a single game for City. This was his debut. In fact, two proper debuts. One was for Nolito, who just mentioned, another for a defender. And here's Omar talking about him now.
Yeah. It looks like he's slotted in that defence fantastically. Definitely worth the money, in my opinion. I just think the media now, of course, as soon as he gets mentioned in the same sentence as us, he's no longer a great ball playing defender. He's overrated, but no, he's quality. He's going to be in that defence for years to come.
The cynicism of Manchester City fans, but it's true though.
It's true though, yeah.
He's suddenly gone to being a nothing player. He'd come with a big price tag.
He's probably not 50 million, is he?
But
he's good.
But maybe he could develop into a 50 million pound player. That's what we're banking on with Pep's tutelage.
Do you know what? I was really impressed, genuinely. Like, I know he's a very good ball player, but one of the kind of problems that's been aired at him is that he faffed around a bit too much, you know, in terms of he took chances and dribbled. Yeah. But what I really liked about Stones, he was just really efficient in possession at the weekend. He kept it simple. What was his passing stats?
Yeah, he had 90% pass accuracy, pass completion.
Which is excellent, and he looks bigger than I thought he was going to be.
He's huge.
He's massive. He's a big lad.
I was tweeting, sharing the tweeting duties, and I tweeted that he doesn't look like someone who's going to let himself get bullied.
No, he's big. He's fast as well. He's an athlete. He's got a great coat. You know, he's got an excellent cagoule. Yeah, and I would, as far as debuts go, to slot into a team, you can see why after that why it made sense why Pep really wanted him. Yeah. Because that style that he's got, it just doesn't work without people who can pass around, does it?
Yeah.
And to slot in alongside Kolarov, who did all right as well, genuinely did okay. I think Pep said it's one of the best centre-back performances he's ever seen. Probably got a bit far there.
Doing psychological.
It isn't,
tricks, but yeah. It was a good defensive performance. Defoe got a goal, which, you know, he is one of the form.
Sanya switched off there, didn't he, as well? I think that was. But yeah, I was really impressed with Stones. I thought he could have done much more on a debut, considering he trained with the team for about 2 days.
Yeah.
And he's English as well. That really helps. It's always nice to have a few good English players there, obviously. Sterling looked reinvigorated as well.
Yeah.
Delph came on, obviously. So imagine the idea of these 3 becoming big players under City.
Yeah.
And I'd love that idea. That would be brilliant. That would be just fantastic to see, wouldn't it?
People said, I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but when Guardiola was managing in Barcelona, Spain won the World Cup. When he was managing in Germany, Germany won the World Cup. Now he's managing in England.
Yeah.
Not sure to see that.
You never know. Imagine if you like the likes of, well, not Joe Hart anymore, I don't think so. But then Adama Adebayo maybe potentially in the future. Stones, Delph, Sterling, maybe one of the 2 of the younger lads will come through from the academy in the future. He could leave a legacy here, and Stones could be a big part of that. I think it's fair to say if Stones has a year in the City's back 4, he's not going to be the 4th choice England centre back anymore. He'll be starting for England within months because he will get the best out of him. And one thing I do trust with Guardiola is that he will really improve him as a defender. He will, because he will protect him as well, and he'll teach him how to just kind of position yourself better, not take chances, and be sensible. You know?
Yeah, I think I read something the other day that because nobody associates Guardiola with defence or bringing defenders through, but I think when Bayern won the Bundesliga last season, they conceded the fewest goals, something like ever.
He's actually had the best defensive record in every team he's managed every year.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So
it's funny, and it
always
it's
smart
because
goals.
you're kind of defending from the front almost.
But that's still defending.
Yeah, exactly. And also, it's not intuitive to what we know to be defence.
No.
It's defending from every position. It's that 4-second rule. It's getting the ball off them as quick as you can. I think John Stones is going to be immense.
Yeah.
I think it really is.
I do. I agree.
Pep Guardiola thinks so.
I have my doubts, to be honest, as the price tag put me off, but I'm converted after that because it made sense watching it. And the one thing I really liked as well, I've not seen us look that organised in that long a time. Remember last year when we had people breaking past on midfield, running at defence constantly? There was always holes everywhere. Yeah, there was just people. There was always like 2 or 3 attacking midfielders running at our back 4, and they had no support. This time we had Fernandinho, Silva, De Bruyne, everyone dropping back and supporting. There was shape and there was discipline. Yeah. There was. I know it wasn't perfect going forward, but there was a lot to be encouraged by because there was ideas that have been put into shape over the course of the past few weeks that will develop into something a lot more aesthetically pleasing given time.
Yeah. Okay. We're just starting to see the blueprint of this Manchester City side coming
together. Be positive.
Yeah, and okay, for all the negativity. We dominated that game. We should have won it quite easily. I think it's just like you said, the attackers need to click.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think, guys. Lots of talking points there. Joe Hart, Stones, Sterling, no Yaya. Let us know what you think. Get in the comments below, and we'll be back for our Champions League qualifier tomorrow.